Hello everyone. Today we are going to see infectious diseases and how to prevent them, part 2. Before proceeding to part 2, please watch the video of infectious diseases and how to prevent them, part 1. Let's begin then. So let's see the spread of diseases by insects. Here you can see in the image, children, a girl is getting bitten by the mosquitoes. So you may be aware that one can get malaria from the bite of certain kind of mosquito. If this kind of mosquito bites us, then what happens? We suffer from headache, from vomiting, a very high fever, nausea, and also dry cough. These all are the symptoms of malaria. Nausea means it is a sensation of an urge to vomit. You do not vomit, but you feel like you're going to vomit. That is called as nausea. Suppose this mosquito bites some person who has malaria. The malaria germs in that person's blood enters the mosquito's body. With the blood it sucks. If this mosquito bites another person, the malaria germs enter that person's body too, and he too can get malaria. Therefore, insects like mosquitoes and fleas spread diseases. That is why we must stop such insects from breeding. Let's see spread of diseases by direct contact. Ringworms, scabies are diseases that affect the skin. Their germs are found on the skin. You can see here the patches on the first image. You can see the girl wearing blue shirt and a skirt. On her hand she has got some red patches. Here also in the second image you can see a girl with a pink shirt. On her hand she is scratching. There some dots have been occurred on her hand also. So these are the germs. These germs are found on the skin who is suffering from ringworm and scabies. If someone else comes in contact with the skin of a person having these diseases or wears his clothes, then that person can get that skin disease too. That is why it is better to avoid sharing clothes. Let us know what is an epidemic of disease. When many people in one area get the same infectious disease all at the same time, we say that there is an epidemic of the disease. For example, suppose if at some place mosquitoes breeding in large numbers, then many people there can get malaria. So at a small region, many people, if they suffer from malaria, we call it as epidemic in that area. Okay? Till now we saw that air, water, food and insects are the medium through which diseases spread. Therefore, if everyone takes care to ensure that the germs do not enter our food, water or air, and to prevent the breeding of insects that spread diseases, it is possible to prevent a disease from becoming an pandemic. Therefore, what preventive measures we can take, children? We can boil the water, and next what we can do to prevent mosquitoes from breeding, we must ensure that there is no stagnant water in the surrounding. Also, clothes and utensils used by the patients should be washed with germicides, and nowadays we are using mask, right? So as to cover our nose and mouth. Also wash your hands, keep them clean, keep the food covered. All these preventive measures if we follow, the spread of diseases will be reduced. Now let us see what is vaccination. When a disease producing microorganism enter our body, the body resists the disease or fight against the germs. That is why many times we do not get a disease even if the germs enter our body. This is another way to prevent disease. Vaccination. Our body develops resistance to a particular disease if we are vaccinated against it. That is why as soon as a baby is born, she is given the tuberculosis vaccine. When the baby is 1.5 months old, she is given vaccination against diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus and polio. 2 more doses of these vaccinations are given at intervals of 1 month. The vaccine of diphtheria, whooping cough and tetanus are combined into a triple vaccine and given as an injection. The polio vaccine is given orally. Here you can see, children, that public awareness program on TV. What they are showing here? They are showing how to filter the water. That is, we can also make aware people by using TV, radio, by spreading the message that how the infectious disease can spread and how can we take the preventive measures. So these all programs, that is health and community welfare programs, are undertaken at the national level by the government. Let us see the summary of this chapter then. First we learned that disease caused by microorganisms are called infectious diseases. Next we learned every infectious disease is caused by a specific organism or germs. Infectious disease spread through water, food or air by direct contact or through insects' bites. If care is taken to prevent germs from entering the body, the spread of disease can be prevented. If many people in a place get a disease at the same time, it is called an pandemic. We also saw that vaccination is an excellent method of preventing diseases. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Have a nice day.